Hey folks, Ryan Gunnis here. Today's video is a question that I've been meaning to answer for a long time, which we get people that send in tickets to us and they send in emails and they like ask how fresh are the MLM rod leads. So I'm going to answer that question in today's video. And the answer is not fresh at all. They can be very old. They can even be as old as 7 years old. The question how fresh are the leads is really the wrong question. Okay, and this is my analogy here. My analogy is if you were a football coach and you needed a guy on your team that can kick a 50-yard field goal, okay, would you, and you had two people to choose from, would you speak to somebody that never kicked a 50-yard field goal before? They're fresh. They're fresh on the field, never kicked a 50-yard field goal. Or would you rather talk to someone that has a lot of experience kicking a 50-yard field goal? Pretty simple answer, right? The person with more experience is the one that you would want on your team, right? So the freshness of that person would be the wrong question to really ask. You're looking for people with experience. And the goal is to build a large downline, right? And the reason why we want to build a large downline is because a large downline equals large sales volumes, which equals large commissions to you. And the fastest way to build a large downline is recruiting experienced network marketers. And the reason why this is the fastest way is because experienced network marketers have either built a large downline before or they know someone that has done that. So recruiting experienced network marketers greatly increases your odds of finding people that can build a large downline. Large downline, large sales volume equals large commissions to you. All right, now going back to the football analogy, just like if we needed someone to kick a 50-yard field goal, then the fastest way to do that would be to just recruit people that can kick a 50-yard field goal already. Make sense? Here's some extra proof on why to focus on network marketers. So I really want to drill in this point here if you never really got it from the rest of our trainings. But I kind of invite you to kind of do your own research on this one here. There's basically two things that most network marketers have, most top network marketers have in common. So I want you to kind of do your research on this. Look at your company right now. Look at the top people in your company. And I guarantee you that most of the top people have these two things in common. Number one is the top earners. You will see that they had experience in the industry before they had big success. So the top earners in your company, if you dig into the history, you'll find out that they've been around the industry for some time and they've had experience in other places in the past. And number two is the key distributors in their organizations are people that all had experience in the industry as well. They recruited a bunch of people that had experience in the industry. Okay, so I invite you to kind of do that own research for yourself so you can see if that makes sense to you or not. All right, and that is why going after experienced network marketers is the fastest way to build a huge downline. Okay, now, just so that I'm not misunderstood, recruiting experienced network marketers is not the only way to build, but in my opinion, it's the most productive strategy. And this is kind of another analogy here. Recruiting in the network marketing pool looks like this right here. Okay, where you're fishing in a pool where the fish is attracted to your bait. Network marketers have joined a network marketing program in the past. They are open to opportunity, and that's what got them into network marketing. So if you are fishing in this pool, you have more people that are interested in opportunity as opposed to if you're fishing in the non-network marketing pool, there are less people there that are receptive to that conversation. Make sense? And in the script that we teach, one of the questions that that we ask the network marketer is, I wanted to touch base with you to see if you might be open to taking a look at any good opportunities. That is our bait, okay? And that's the reason why there's more fish to work in that pool that's attracted to that bait of open to opportunities because they've done that in the past. Okay, now it's a numbers game. So let's talk about the numbers because obviously not every single person you talk to is going to be interested. Okay, and you got to play through that numbers. Now, if you're recruiting in a network marketing pool, there's only 4 types of people that you're going to come across. and I call them the A's, the B's, the C's, and the D's. Let me break this down for you, and I'll go backwards. The D's. So you're recruiting in a network marketing pool. 90% of the people you come across that's been involved in network marketing is in the D category. Okay, 5% in the C, 3% in the B, and 2% in the A. And this is how it breaks down. A D person is somebody that you sponsor into your business, and in the course of 12 months, they recruit 0 to 3 people. They did not do much. That's 90% of the people in the network marketing pool. A C is somebody you recruit in the course of 12 months. They sponsored 4 to 35 people. Okay, so they have a pretty decent sized team, but they're not full time and they're not making big money. Okay, then 3% in the B category. B is somebody that you sponsor in the course of 12 months. They recruited 36 to about 100 people. Again, they have a pretty decent sized team. They may be making a few $100s to maybe a couple thousand depending on the company. Again, they may be full time or they're about to go full time in that case. And that's the B's. And then you have the A's, which is 2% of the pool. This is somebody you bring in, and they can bring in 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 people plus in the first year. And that's because they have a lot of experience and they're well connected and whatnot, and they may have done this before in the past. Okay, and that's the A's. So obviously, if we had a crystal ball, we would say, let's go find a bunch of A's, right? A's and B's. Okay, but we don't have a crystal ball, and statistically, 90% of the people are going to be in the D, and so we're going to be talking to a lot of C's and D's while we're building our business. But these people will lead us to the B's and the A's, because you'll bring in a bunch of C's and D's, but they may have a personal relationship with a B or A because they may have been sponsored by that person in the past, or they have a relationship with them. They've been to their house, they've been to conventions before, whatnot. So that's a lot of ways that's a lot of times that's what we see, how people get A's and B's is through the C's and the D's. Occasionally, you'll come across the A's and the B's if you're playing in the pool, but statistically, it's going to work the other way around. All right, and there's basically 3 activities that we're doing for recruiting. We're going to be inviting people to take a look at our opportunity. We're going to be presenting to them using third-party tools like a video presentation or a conference call or webinar, whatever tools your company uses. So that's presenting. And then you're going to follow up, answer people's questions, take them to another presentation, a 3-way call with an upline, etc., etc. And that's all we're doing in the recruiting process: inviting, presenting, and follow-up. And when you're calling these prospects, there's really only 4 things that can happen. 1 is they answer the phone. 2 is it goes to their voicemail. 3 is you get a disconnected phone. Or 4, it's a wrong number, like a fax machine or fast busy. Or was the wrong person? You're calling to speak to John, but Larry answers the phone, etc., etc. Okay? Now, I'm going to walk through the script here. This script is in your back office, but for the purpose of this little training here, I'm going to walk through the script again. So let's say let's say in this case I was calling, and I call and I'm calling for John. John answers the phone. So this is the script. John answers the phone. I say, hey John, this is Ryan Gunnis. I was hoping you can help point me in the right direction. Reason for my call is I live down in Florida, Portsmouth, Florida, and I'm looking to expand my business. I'm in the network marketing industry. I understand that you've been in the industry at some point in the past, and I wanted to touch base with you to see if you might be open to taking a look at any good opportunities. John comes back and he says, yeah, I could take a look. And I say, no problem. What's a good email address for you? I get his email address. I make sure I get a good email address. And I say, hey, John, what's a good time for us to touch back again? And I get a follow-up appointment time. And that's it. In your contact manager in MLM Recruiter Man, you go ahead and you click on the button that says yes to looking at your business. The system will send John a personal email looking like it's coming from you with a link to your business. And you go ahead and make a little note of the appointment time. And that's it. And then you go on to your next call and you continue the process. Now, let's say John says, well, Ryan, I'm really happy with the program that I'm with, and I'm really focused, so I'm not really open to looking at anything else. This is how we transition. This is how we also capture those people. So I say, hey, John, no problem. What company are you with? He says, hey, I'm with the ABC company. Oh, good, good. How long you been with them? I've been with them 3, 4 years now. Okay, no problem, John. Well, certainly not trying to distract you away from the ABC business. But question, let me ask you. I'm not really sure where you're at with your business right now. Meaning, if I had people with network marketing experience that might be open to taking a look at the ABC business, are you in a good position to work with new people? What do you think John is going to say to that? John says, yeah, of course. I've yet to hear anybody say, nope, I can't deal with anybody else. John's going to say, yes, of course, I can work with new people. And here's the transition. Okay, great. I have a system that connects people like you and me to other network marketers. What I could do is shoot you out a quick link to it, and you could see if it's a good fit for your business. At very least, you might get a good laugh because you'll see how I was able to connect with you. Very, very simple, very pleasant. John says, "Sure, that sounds good. Let me see that." At very least, he's going to be curious to find out how you were able to contact him. And then I go ahead. What's a good email address for you, John? Get a good email address. What's a good time for us to touch base in case you have any questions? I make a note of that. You'll go ahead and click on the button in the MLM Recruiter Man back office that says yes to taking a look at the MLM Rod system. The system will send him an email with your affiliate link and your contact information so that John can take a look at that system, and he may end up joining the system. You get paid on that, and it allows you to build a relationship with John. And if you do a good job with this, a percentage of those people will end up taking a look at your business down the road, and you can we have lots and lots of members that report back to us that that's where they get a lot of their good recruits from. It's about building relationships. Now, so let's say, it went to John's voicemail. Okay, this is what will happen. So this is the message that we leave. Hi, John. So let's say, John's voicemail answers, hey, this is John, leave me a message. Hi, John, this is Ryan Gunnis. Came across one of your sites here, and I have a quick question. When you get a chance, give me a buzz. My number is blah, 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 blah. That's it. Again, this script is inside of the MLM Recruiter Man's back office, so you can do that if you haven't really internalized it. But very, very simple, and you just go ahead and move on to the next call. So again, you're fishing in the network marketing pool. You have a more fish that's attracted to the opportunity of making money. You have a way to capture people if they are not open to looking at anything new, because you can introduce them to MLM Recruiter Man, and then you build a relationship with those people, which is my final thought. It's about building relationships. And you put a lot of people into your pipeline, and good things will happen. All right, so I hope this video was helpful for you. Go ahead and jump into your back office and, go ahead and start using this if you haven't, and go through the numbers, and you'll attract good people and be building your business. All right, this is Ryan Gunnis. I'm signing out for now, and I will catch you on another video.